If you would, bring me up to date, especially from a line standpoint as a leader in helicopter RC technology. Where does this all stand at the moment?
Align's still innovating, so we just came out with the 700X in August of last year for the IRCHA show. And so they're still continuing to make some changes to helicopters and be the leader in the industry as far as perfection and delivering a helicopter that's complete for the person that's going to put together a kit, which most of the large helicopters are kits. But the helicopter is much lighter. You have new electronics, so the servos have been upgraded, and they're doing that with each one of their models. So we have the 470, and now they're releasing the 500.
Talk to me a little bit about the elements of how you build a commercially viable recreational RC helicopter that isn't going to be a nightmare to fly.
What Align's done is with a fly-barless unit which controls the head and the tail. In all the large helicopters, they include the Micro Beast Plus, which is a very stable system. It has an attitude mode or rescue mode, so that the helicopter itself, you can tune it down and it won't flip over. It'll turn around and be very docile for the beginner. On the 150X, which is a helicopter on their bench, they've actually incorporated that into their fly-barless unit, which is app controlled. So you can pick easy, beginner, or intermediate flight patterns. It'll automatically set itself to that and keep the helicopter right up for that beginner. If you run into trouble and you flip into the rescue mode, then the helicopter will right itself. So it makes it fairly easy for a beginner to be able to learn the basic maneuvers of forward flight or backwards flight without having to worry about tipping over the helicopter.
What is the learning curve? How do you teach yourself to not only fly this way, but to keep up with gyrations that seem to occur with such rapidity that nobody seems to be able to keep up with it?
Practice every single day. Go fly. You know, if it's windy, you know, whatever the weather is, just force yourself to go fly, and that's what it takes. You know, hours and hours, simulator practice, and all that. That's what it takes.
How does somebody learn at this stage of the game with all this capability available?
I would start with the flight simulator. That's how I started. I mean, you can hit the reset button if you crash and not cost yourself a lot of money. You know, and once you move up from there, you go to like 450 or maybe like a 150 size. You know, you can work up from there.
So where does this all go from here?
Hopefully in the same direction that we've been going, you know, that the market continues to grow for us, that there's still support for the helicopter. When people take a chance at flying the helicopter, it's more difficult to learn to fly, but once you get over the orientation process, because the helicopter can go any direction, and the quads seem to be very popular, which they are, there's no difference on that, but the helicopter can do so much more than the quads can, and we do see people transitioning back and forth, so hopefully it continues to grow for us. We have the Fun Fly, which is in Las Vegas this year, coming up in 2017, and it's Mikado, Align, Enterprise Hobby, and AMA Hobbies, which is putting it off as the gold sponsors. But they're trying to bring people together in the industry rather than have a separation. And you'll be able to see all the pro pilots, Kenny Ko's coming in from Taiwan, and people from all the countries. So you'll be able to see the different fly-barless systems, because it's just not about what Align's doing, it's what other companies are also doing.
Gentlemen, thank you for spending some time with Airborne and Aero-TV.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Aero-TV is brought to you by
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
Explore no limits flying in the FAA-certified Sea Ray Amphibious LSA, one of the top 3 best-selling LSAs in the U.S. Progressive Aerodyne Sea Ray comes equipped with a Rotax engine and exhibits extraordinary handling on land, water, and in the air. Check it out at www.searay.com.